Go Beaver! Away!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Critscast. Tonight, ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup. This is the number 7. We're in Group A, Round 1. Belgium taking on England. My name's Godfather. I'm joined by Dave on the mic.
It's the first time we're going to see England in this Nations Cup. They are, of course, one of the favourites going into it, one of the very, very powerful nations. They've got a lot of different players to choose from, so interesting to see it. Obviously, Belgium as well have a lot of strength and depth, a lot of good players who have played, the highest level for a long time.
The tables are up on screen for your viewing pleasure here. A lot of great players here in this match. Quick shout out to the people who in pregame were subscribing. Do really appreciate that. Directly supports us as casters in the production, so keep those coming. We do appreciate it. Let's turn our attention back here to this match, because it should be getting started shortly. It's best of 3 here on Vigil. What are you expecting to see score-wise?
I think England just have a little bit more quality, and I expect them to take both rounds.
You're expecting then a 2-0 here on Vigil. I definitely think England's going to end up winning this one, but there's a chance. I think Belgium could get a round in here, make it a 2-1 game. We'll have to wait and see. Any last thoughts here as we hear the ready-up sounds, and setup will begin shortly.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, looking forward to some good players. This Nations Cup is always fun, so yeah, let's get into it.
We shall do so, getting into this Highlander Nations Cup match. Group A, Round 1, Belgium taking on England. And it'll be England on defense to start this one off. No crit traps that I saw, and it will be, your pretty standard setup positioning-wise. Are you seeing any fun weapons or positioning setups worth mentioning here?
Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's just do a quick rundown of the rosters. So starting off in the blue, it is going to be Belgium. It's going to be Blitzo on Scout, Dwap King on Soldier, Sack on Pyro, Easy is the Demoman, Sinrise on Heavy, Ayoshi on NG, Sodium will be on Medic, Tom on Sniper, and Ajay on Spy.
Well, apologies in advance if I have some different names than you from Casting Essentials, but I'm seeing on the side of England, Loopy Scout, Samsky Soldier, Grip on Pyro, Joanne is the Demoman, V-Clocks on Heavy, Karik, correct? On NG, Karik, and Layla Medic, Cloudy Sniper, and Raylan Spy as the gates open up. Looking for this first pick will be the snipers, as always. Let's see what they're able to find.
Not too much happening. There's not really anyone playing on this flank area from the Belgian team. You often, from the English team, sorry, you often see flank getting quite aggressive, as you can die quite early and get pretty good spawn times as long as the cap point doesn't come in. Saka's had some sight of Raylan, I think, and now we do see a big bomb come out on the left side, but it is going to be the Soldier Samsky picked up pretty cleanly on the flank, so that opens up a bit of space for Belgium to push forward if they want. They just waited a little bit on the rest of their team, and the cart hasn't really moved that far.
Yeah, not a lot of cart time early on, and it was the blue demo who was the first to fall in that fight. Here's a bomb coming in from that demo as he's air blasted to the sky, and Grip with a nasty reflect hitting the pipe kill. And in the chaos, Easy managed to find 4, including the medic. That's a drop out of Layla, and Belgium very strong on the sack wave.
That is a crazy sack wave, one of the best sack waves I've seen on this map. Just leaving 2 up is the NG and the Heavy, so 2 powerful defensive classes, but they have to be careful. Spawn time has come in nicely for the English team, but they are at that large disadvantage. Sodium just walking briefly through a sight line. He's having to hide behind the little crate area. Does get forced. Just Joe pushing out, take us through the Uber Godfather.
It's going to get stopped pretty cleanly here once again by Grip, doing his best to make sure no one is finding frags, and all the frags are going in the defense's favor here. They're only going to lose their NG in this and find 5 on the other side, or excuse me, 4, including Sodium. So now Uber Ad back in the hands of the defending England, and they will be getting a reset here momentarily. Spy looking for a pick in the back line. Will be communicating where this Belgium offense wants to take this fight through.
Yeah, big, large advantage for England now. It isn't just a funny one, as we did say earlier. If you do cap that first point, it does extend the cap times, and Belgium did not get good cap time on that first point, so they spawned before the cap time came. Really good spawn to England. Now they're pushing in Belgium. They do get the force out relatively evenly. Sinrise is going to go down. Tom might escape. Sodium also went down as well to the backstab by Raylan, so it is a little bit of a disaster. They do have the force out for the next kind of offensive wave, but losing a medic is not what you want to see there.
No, not at all. It was a nice attempt overall, having the spy go and try to get the gun down, and it was sapped, just couldn't clean it up. I'm expecting we'll likely see another sack wave as this blue team begins to work their way forward. These meds not at Uber yet, about 50% for both sides. Bit of pressure onto the cart, and here comes the soldier up on the roof, again being stopped into the air once again. He won't find anything but death with that bomb. 3 go down to Spy, looking for a play. Doesn't end up finding one, except, Raylan dying defensively. That's pretty much it.
Well, Joe did go down as well. The tail end of that fight just picked up with a little nice snipe with Sack with the detonator. Must have been someone else doing most of the damage, but nice finish off on the frag there. No demo man for the defense. No, Easy is barreling in. Dwapkin getting a lot aggressive as well. This time the force does come out. Very similarly to we saw in the last sack wave, but it seems like Sony was much safer this time.
Look at this aggression from the defense, the positioning. Everyone coming pretty far forward. Cloudy taking some pot shots from range as well. Pretty confident defense being set up here by England. They'll be backing off now though. And wait, look at Samsky going in, looking for the play for the man, and he gets the drop onto Sodium to finish off his 5k. Down goes the med. That was a beautiful flank play.
Yeah, that was really well coordinated. Exactly the same time Raylan was coming in. He did get the fail stab, or he did get just a little bit of a butter knife from the spy, but all it was a distraction for the soldier coming in over the top. Two clean rockets onto Sodium and the drop to boot. So now again Belgium are very much on the back foot. Layla coming up to 90%, but there are 3 big gamers down for England right now.
Yeah, and that gun is very weak as well. The Pirate doing his best, and now here comes the aggression. The Uber's going to get popped out by the red team. They know they can just take this forward. Loopy on a 5k right now has the Uber still on him. Now this demo looking to go deep maybe, trying to get behind, but he can't find anything but a respawn timer. Sodium going down though again to Samsky at the tail end of the fight, and Layla continuing to survive. Means more ad for England here.
Yeah, again, impressive coordination from England. Joe going very much into his Joe zone as we see, going really deep, turning a lot of heads, turning a lot of eyes, and Samsky just doing a direct bomb into the medic, picking him up once again. Now we see the other soldier, Dwapkin, going for something, but a nice reflect by Grip. Lots of space for Easy though, he's barreling forward on to the hill. Oh, again, Samsky, huge bomb once more.
Once more, that's I think 3 plays in a row. Samsky has picked up the medic kill, one of them being a drop, so definitely putting on a show early on for us in this Highlander matchup. But also just everyone on the side of England putting up a really strong defense. Only 2.5 minutes left to try to cap this point, and at this rate, Belgium's looking like they might not be able to get it. They are at full disad, as Layla did not die. Is it going to be the spy, Achi? I think that's the pronunciation. Looking for a play, as is the... oh, here he goes, coming in, gets Cloudy. Grip also falling means now the soldiers can pop for free, and that's exactly what Dwapkin is going to be doing. Getting in right onto the gun, can't find it, though. He'll go down, but this heavy on the cart doing his best will finally fall. Oh, it's all falling apart for this offense. They couldn't end up capping that out, and that will be another successful hold from England.
Interesting idea there from Belgium. They decided, they tried to go over the hill multiple times, hadn't quite worked. This time they wanted to pressure with their heels going through the tunnel area, playing around the cart, focusing the gun down from that area. But Sodium committed very deep onto the cart, and Samsky and Joe had a good call from someone on top of it, and both those explosive glasses going deep again and cleaning up everyone in that tunnel area. Beautiful stuff.
Very beautiful stuff. It's about even Ubers, but Raylan's looking for a play right now. Will find the sniper, and go down for it, but a good opening pick. But this aggression is going to be coming over the hill from Belgium. Medics still approaching that Uber at about 90% right now, so it will be an exchange. Got to make sure Grip stays alive from a defensive POV here. Don't want to have any drops either. And of course, there's got to be some pressure onto Cart as this fight. It's got to come soon. Where is Blue going to come in? It's just going to be right over hill as normal. Popping right back is this Pyro. Now the Soldier coming in, trying to clean up some frags. Now the Heavy gunning people down in the post fight. Down go Easy, Moxie, and Sinrise. And only Joan and Grip dying for the side of England. Is that Sodium down again?
Yeah, I think it was again the spy in the backlines picking up Sodium as he was trying to escape. I mean, it looked good briefly for Belgium. Joe got a lot of damage down, but he wasn't in the Uber. He was dropped from that Uber just of how aggressive he was going. But the rest of the England team was able to get so much damage down onto the Belgium combo. They lost Pyro and Heavy very, very easily, and now they're forced to push from Tunnel once more.
Yeah, with 10 seconds on the clock, this Heavy and Soldier is able to rain down Helm. They're going to play close now as well. Don't have to worry about the hill. It's just the Spy and Engineer. No one's going to be able to touch here, is my guess. And England will have a very convincing hold on to second in this first round of Vigil.
Yeah, good stuff from England. Like, they had setbacks for sure. You know, off the initial sack wave, they almost wiped. But Belgium, couldn't capitalise off of that, and England, they really never took their foot off the pedal at all. Every time they had an opportunity to go aggressive, they just held W really, really deep in the very, very much the classic failure style. And Belgium were not prepared for it. They didn't have enough setups, and Sodium was just going down every time England wanted, really.
Yeah, Sodium unable to stay alive to put up many Ubers at all. Have to take a look at logs when this half does end. This is a best of 3 for people who are just joining us now. And it will be now England on the offense, trying to just cap out 1 point fairly quickly, or just capping it to 2. So Belgium has to put on a really strong hold here.
Yeah, interesting they're not going for an out-and-out first point hold, which, you might have expected. 1 minute 20 is kind of a slow time into first. We did talk about it punishing them on the spawns, but obviously it now punishes them on this defensive round as well, because it's going to be, failure just need kind of one half-decent push, and that's all it's going to take. It's quite easy to cap this in a minute 20.
For sure, and the gates are now open, and it'll just be England trying to... Oh, so the gun was up on the flank there, but Raylan is able to just find the sap, and no one is there to defend it and unsap it. Now the gun going back up on the hill. Here's the Soldier jumping forward, gets deleted by Easy. Samsky not finding any success there, but now the Uber coming forward. Joe will find the Heavy in tunnel, and now looking up at this hill. The popping back, though, will be the Belgium team here trying to clean up more kills. They'll find a Joe. Can't quite chase down Layla yet, as the rest of this England team coming up on the high ground, just shooting down, will pick up the Pyro as well. It's, so far, not looking too bad for Belgium.
Well, they are kind of getting steamrolled a little bit. They just have to cap this first point, as we say. And yeah,
I forgot they just had to cap first. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't lose too many players, but they weren't able to stop the cart moving at all. It's always going to be, a very, very long shot when you don't get that second point capped. But it was very, very easy for the England side just to put a little bit of aggression down, a little bit of pressure. The plays didn't always work out, but it was just enough pressure that they were able to move the cart all the way and take the first one very, very cleanly. Let's see if Belgium can change it up.
Yeah, they're getting right into this one. Readying up, and that was about 30 seconds, barely enough time for the players to even look at their own logs, but it is now another opportunity for Belgium to try to put up a better fight defensively. They will be starting out on red, and no crit traps. Is that not EU meta in North America? Quite often we'll see crit traps.
It depends on the demo mode, really. Like, it takes kind of a while to set them up, and often just... Obviously, they glow as well, so they're kind of easier to spot if they are the crit trap. So certain maps they're not really favoured on. It's often better just to hide some sneaky normal stickies. Depends. On Steel, you see crit traps a lot because they're very, very powerful, but on this map, certainly not so much.
For sure. I'm seeing Joe in spawn right now, jumping around with sticky jumpers, so we may be seeing an early sack wave, if that is the secondary of choice here for the English demo man. But with 5 seconds to go here, gates will open. We'll be seeing this sack wave come through.
Yeah, we could just see Raylin running forward, trying to get in position, giving some information.
Early frag onto Joe means no sack away, but yeah, down goes Samsky as well. Both explosive blasts are going to die very early on here. And now Raylin and V-Clocks as well, so I mean, I guess you did sack 4, but you didn't find anything. Now 5 is Grip is taken down there by Dwap King. It's a little tough here for England to get their footing, get out of spawn. They do have Joe going deep, but he's just going to get picked up by the scout there. Moxie picking up a frag, and you know, Karch coming forward slowly, but not too much momentum being built by England.
Yeah, Reddit did sap the gun, and the gun has gone down again, but they haven't been able to coordinate the gun going down with a period of time where Joe has been alive, so they haven't been able to get like a really good sack in. I mean, the sack isn't always the most important thing on this point, just moving the car along nicely will do it for England. That seems to be what they're happy, and they're probably going to go for more of an out-and-out sack wave on this second point.
Look at this flank heavy coming behind his V-Clocks, and he's got the Tomislav. He's looking at this medic. Sodium down to about half health. Unable to pick up the frag, but definitely some fear. Here's the soldier now coming in and gets it. Oh no, he didn't pick up Sodium. He gets reflected instead. I just saw the explosion. I figured it was the med, but no. Now down goes Sodium as Raylin is able to walk forward and get the stab. So at the end of the day, successful sack, and England continue rolling forward.
Yeah, they're coming straight away in with this Uber through side tunnel. Joe and Grip going really deep. We can see Dwapkin going for a little bit of a hiding spot, but everyone kind of far forward for Belgium has been completely vaporized, and really only Dwapking on this flank area on the third can go for something. Does get headshot from Paddy, so he's going to have to back out. He might get picked up as well. The flank, yeah, Samsky coming in, and already England are barreling into this third point, getting lots and lots of position. V-Clock's taking
Oh no! Oh, Cloudy just posted up and killed 2. One of them was Sodium. And you're right, they are just able to continue walking forward, barreling forward even. ×3 on the cart, ×2 now as Sanchi backs off, but and now you get the debt on the shutter door. You can't be going there, my friend. And down goes the sniper, so even more space being made. And Samsky is already at last trying to spam out that gun. Raylin also in position to look for a stab here, narrowly avoids some flames. Good movement out of the spy, looking for the decloak. Doesn't get anything with it, will go down. Is that a backburner out of Sacrilege?
That is a classic Sacrilege play, going for the backburn onto the soldier, but obviously he doesn't get as much opportunity to reflect. So kind of not as good in that matchup, but Sacrilege, kind of a legend in terms of going aggressive, getting in behind players and using that critical damage.
Here's an Uber coming in from the blue team, popping up very early. Red does not yet have, and this gun the target of a lot of spam, and it's a level 3 actually built by the blue team now to try to hold down this area. Sodium's still alive for now, but not able to really do anything here, and we have a pause coming in with just a few more feet to go before this one gets capped out.
It's going to be like a desperate attempt just to block it. So many, useful players on this cart for England. A buffed heavy, an engineer with a level 3 in main, and then a soldier that can come in late, and a sniper sat with the complete protection of his sentry gun. So Sacrilege going in aggressive play, gets some damage down, and it's going to be relatively easy for England just to roll it in. Smooth as silk.
Yeah, that was a really clean push, and what's that? Is my HUD broken, or is that? I'm gonna HUD reload scheme real quick.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay, so it's 4 points in 3:18.
That's pretty damn quick. That is Ferrari rapid.
That is probably the fastest vigil time I've ever seen. So England wants to go home early tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. And let's say a Rolls Royce. That's an English car, right? Rolls Royce performance from England so far. And yeah, as you say, they want to get this over with. Belgium don't seem too interested. We'll see how it goes. They'll probably put up a fight on this attacking round now. But yes, certainly England very, very much in the driver's seat.
Hey, yeah, this is not looking good, but there's still a shot here for Belgium. You just need to play this card pretty aggressively and get a few crucial picks. This should be around when the pause comes through. So, oh yeah, looks like Joe was struggling there a bit, and so he disconnected. Don't know if that will end up being anything serious here. Joe not in position as a result of the disconnect right before the doors open means no more traps either. And it's a crucial disconnect. Better than losing your medic. And here's a Spy looking for a decloak right now, it looks like. Can he find the medic? Oh, he's going to get him with the Lechange, and there goes Layla taken down, and the rest of this team is going to fall as crits come in from Easy with the Quickie Bomb launcher, and he finds 4. And now the laser beam to clean up V-Clocks, and Belgium is showing some fire. And no, Samsky wants to get this medic. Sodium narrowly jumping over it. So, did you just see Sodium Neo the heck out of those shots?
He went so low. That was absolutely crazy how low he went. Stuck in that corner, just a heavy Aputis to protect him. But excellent job from Sinrise picking up the frag with the laser beam, protected his medic beautifully. And as you say, nice little movement and ducking from Sodium. And now they're at a huge crit advantage again. Absolutely inspired decision to pick up this crits. They know they have to go fast, and it's completely changing the pace in their favour right now.
Yeah, they have 2 minutes here to cap this one out. Raylan's going to be looking for a play in a moment. They can't really afford... Oh no, they're going to lose Todd. Down goes the sniper early on. They can't really afford to lose many players here as they continue trying to push forward. The crits are going to come through. There's no an Uber quite yet on the other side of things, but Sodium getting weak right now. The crit's still trying to come through. Sodium will go down. Layla staying alive as the red team is able to kite into the lobby area there, and no one's pushing the cart. This is not looking good for the side of Belgium.
Yeah, Samsky again doing a beautiful job just waiting for the call on when that crits is coming in. We can actually Sack going onto the rift, walking forward with the back, but can't get as much damage down as he would have won. And he eventually runs into a level 3 and is picked up. But again, the cart is being moved. There's lots of players stacked onto the cart from this Belgium side. It is an absolute meat grinder. So many players going down. Just 2 up for Belgium. They went for a desperate play onto the cart, but walked right into the crushing jaws of the English team.
Yeah, at this rate, we might have an opportunity to go and cover another match as Sacrilege will go down, picks up Loopy, but that is not much. There's pressure onto cart though. V-Clocks has to be careful. Easy starting to pressure forward, looking for some plays, but there's 40 seconds on the clock and not looking good for Belgium. Hopefully they can cap this point out, but it doesn't look like it. It's Heavy able to put out so much damage on a 7k. His V-Clocks having so many assists as well. Doesn't matter, Joe's down. If you have that Heavy there for you.
Yeah, we're now very much in impossibility territory. They're trying manfully, Belgium. They did their best. Sacrilege now. Trying to fight Pyro 1v1 with Grip. Will lose it. Grip, in fact, just airblast people up through this drop down. Sinrise does eventually drop down. Picks up a nice little kill onto Raylan. But yeah, it's all descending. It's a little bit of a DM fest. V-Clock's going for a couple more frags for his presumably strange minigun. But as we say, England absolutely dominant, taking it cleanly with 2 rounds to 0, and they very much deserve their place as one of the favourites in this competition.
Absolutely, that was a bit of a roller, but we'll take a quick look at logs. First thing I want to check his damage, and it was Joe putting out the most. 415 DPM there from Joe, picking up 17 frags as well.
Yeah, so the first thing, obviously, if you're watching us on Twitch, you can check us out on YouTube, and vice versa. If you're watching just YouTube VODs, make sure you're checking into Twitch. There's a Discord you can join. There is a Patreon you can join if you want to support the people, the production and the casters. There's also merch as well, and obviously you can subscribe on Twitch as well, and you'll get those VODs straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very much appreciated when we see those subs come through, because that will go directly to us as casters. So yeah, we do appreciate that. Shout out to you, Dave, and Wiethoofd on production. Always a pleasure to be live with you guys. Shout out to the teams and the players, everyone competing in this ETF2L Highlander Nations Cup. And I hope that I will be able to cast some more of these. This has been Group A, Round 1, Belgium versus England. England was able to take it 2-0. My name's Godfather. Have a great night.
Hi, old beaver! Away!